What's up, YouTube subscribers? So, if you are a part of my email list, you have seen this topic that I'm about to talk about today, doing it afraid. Doing it afraid. I'm super duper excited because I have now had my soft opening for my business titled Tonya Harden Ministries, where I have decided to bring all of my ministries that I do under one umbrella, along with Butterfly Academy mentorship. So if you're looking for someone to mentor you, to encourage you, empower you, someone to get you away from that ditch, that stuck place, that place of living, feeling like you're in this dark hole, I'm your girl. Hey, reach out to me. I've been where you are. As I always say, I am you, you are me. And we are in this thing together to grow together. So my goal when it comes to Butterfly Academy is to grow with you through my master classes that I have available, especially the next one that is coming up. Snatching your identity back. That's happening in July. If you have not signed up, go ahead and sign up now on my website, www.tonyaharden.com. Sign up today and be a part of that with us as we grow together. But today I want to talk about doing it afraid. Here we go. Doing it afraid, I shared in my email list, and if you want to be a part of that, just email me at admin@tonyaharden.com. Email me there. But doing it afraid. Doing it afraid, most people, this is what I shared, is that what happens is when you do this thing called life, you gotta be willing to do things that are unnormal, unusual. I don't know if unnormal is a word, but unusual, that is unfamiliar. And you have to step out even when you don't understand it. There's a difference in being righteous and obedient. When you're righteous, you believe, you're doing it the right way. You're doing what's right. You're paying your tithes. You're doing your best to live right. You may have an attitude every now and then, but that's okay. But you're doing everything to live right. But on the other hand, what's happening is that there's some things in you, on the inside of you, that you want to do, that you're claiming to do, and you want to do them, but you're afraid. You're afraid of what people will say. You're afraid if you're going to fail. You're afraid if you're going to mess up. You are afraid because this is unusual for you or for those that are around you. Well, I come to encourage you today. A great book by Joyce Myers titled Doing It Afraid. You got to do it afraid. If you want to do things that you've never done before, and meet people that you've never met before, and do and go places that you've never been before, you got to be willing to do it afraid. How do you do it afraid? For me, in 2000, I married my high school sweetheart. I thought, oh my God, this is it. This is the life. I get the white picket fence. I get the husband. I get all of this, and it's going to be great. I had no idea that I was about to lose who I was. I already didn't know who I was. And so now my husband had married a woman that was learning who she was, learning this identity of being the wife of Clyde Harden Jr., learning how to be that. I was his girlfriend through high school, but to be his wife, who am I now? And as I was going on this journey with him, I remember just playing it safe. Like whatever my husband went to college, played it safe. I had his children, played it safe. I can almost say I did that afraid, but not really, because it was something that I wanted. I wanted to give my husband children. So I did it. And it was just, I became the mother of Kiana, Alana, Madison, and the wife of Clyde Harden Jr. for so long. And I was comfortable in that state until it became uncomfortable. What do I mean? Love my family dearly. We'll go to bat for them. But here's what I found out during that time was that I always played it safe. I never tried to do anything different. I never, tried to tap into something that was different. I didn't do that. And so because I didn't do that, I played it safe. Stay home mom, played it safe. Went to work every now and then, worked for somebody, played it safe. Even when I went to work, I wasn't trying to become the supervisor or the person in charge. I played it safe. So I decided In 2015, when I became sick and on a cane, and I had a near-death situation where I thought, oh my God, if I died today, my kidneys were bleeding. And if you read my book, Shameless Plug, There's Power in Your Pain, you find out more about it. So after that near-death situation, I realized, what legacy am I leaving? If I died today or tomorrow, what's gonna happen? You know, are they gonna remember me? You know what I'm saying? What did I do in the earth? Whose life did I change? Which at that time, you know, I was a pastor's wife, and I had started women's ministry, which I did that shaking in my boots. I did that, you know, doing it afraid. I did it afraid. But after a while, it became a routine for me. And I was like, you know what? I got to find out who I am. I don't really know who I am besides being Clyde's wife, the girl's mom. And when really we started this church is because God called him to come do this. And now I'm doing it with him. And now I'm creating these things to do in church. But outside of that, who am I? And I realized then that yes, I'm called to women. There's no changing that. Yes, I'm called to my church. My church is my first love. At the end of the day, anything I do, I make sure I do it for them and make it available to everybody else. So whatever I do for my church, because that's my first love. I love my church family. New Destiny, shout out to you. Women of Destiny, shout out to you. New Destiny Counselor Ministry, shout out to you. My first love. But I found out this when it comes to ministry, my first love. But when I found out that there's more to this thing than just helping the people in my church, I found out that I gotta find a way to do this that's gonna work for me and not pull from my company. So why do we not do things afraid? Or why did I make up in my mind that I wanted to do different things afraid? You know, starting my business, starting my publishing company, starting my business consulting company along with my husband. Why? Because I realized that yes, I'm called inside of the church, but I'm also called to the marketplace. So because I'm called to both, even though church is my first love, this is what I love, this is what I pour into, you know, no matter what. Every second Wednesday, I'm meeting with my ladies. Every fifth Sunday, I'm meeting with another group of ladies. I'm always making sure I meet with them. But here's what I found out is that I got comfortable with that. So I needed to do something else because I did it afraid and it worked. So let me try something else. I did that afraid and it worked. I wrote a book. Okay, let me try something else. Let me go live on YouTube. I did that afraid. Let me do it again. Okay, let me go live on Facebook. Okay, I did that. I started on Periscope, behind the corners, behind the scene. I started on Facebook in a group, really not out in front of everybody. But I kept doing it to where I got comfortable with doing it. So I had to take another step, do it afraid. Okay, I did it. I get it. I understand. I'm going live on Facebook. Okay, now I'm also going live in my groups. You know, I got a Pastor's Wife Connection group, did it afraid, and now I'm doing it. So the thing is that what's the method to the madness? Just keep doing it, but do it afraid. And do the next thing afraid. Do the next thing afraid. Do the next thing afraid. Don't be afraid because your budget don't meet. You start speaking into your budget. Don't be afraid because of what people are going to say. You just do it because you know what you're called to do. I know what Tonya Harden Ministries is, regardless if nobody else understand. I understood that I had all these ministries and I needed to put them under one umbrella, as well as mentor women that have asked me around the world to mentor. I got to do it afraid, even when I don't understand it, regardless of what people say. Not only do it afraid, regardless of what people say, you gotta do it afraid, knowing that if this dream doesn't scare me out of my mind, I'm not dreaming big enough. If this dream is not scaring me out of my mind, I'm not doing it big enough. So what are the 3 points I want to give you today? Do it afraid even when your budget don't make sense. Budget it out. Plan it out. Don't go out to eat. Don't get rid of Netflix for a month or two. Save up your coins to make it happen for your dream so that you can push forward in your dream. Number 2, do it afraid regardless of what anybody has to say. As long as you know what you're called to do. And when you know what you're called to do, and if you know the plan, Regardless, even if they laugh at you. I'm reminded of something I read in the book by Steve Harvey, where he said that there were two brothers, the Wright brothers, and how the Wright brothers told the people that they were going to fly back in the day, that they were going to fly one day. They laughed at them and they talked about them because they had a dream to fly. They had a dream to fly planes. They had a dream to fly somewhere. And now, right now, today, 2021, we're riding around in planes, flying around, not riding, but we're flying around in planes. So regardless of what they say about you, as long as you know the dream, as long as you wrote the vision down and you made it plain, so every time you read it, you can run with your dream. Come here. Not only that, do it afraid to the point to where this dream scares me to death. I'm transparent. Listen, what I'm doing scared me to death. But I know what God called me to do. And I'm called women. Come here. When you know what you're called to, you just do it. And you praise God. Because when you step out and do it, God will send the provision as well as the people that are assigned to you. Don't worry if nobody is listening. Don't worry if you don't get no likes. Don't worry if nobody don't share what you do. But at the end of the day, whoever's called to your voice, just like you that's watching right now and still watching, that is called to your voice, you doing it, and do it afraid. Because as my shirt say, greatness, shout out to 316 Company, greatness is in you. Greatness is designed for you. Greatness is who you are. And because you know that you're walking in your full potential, which is your greatness, walk in it with a godly boldness, knowing that God, you call me to this. So if you call me to this, I'm going to do it. I'm going to write that book. I'm scared out of my mind. Do it afraid. I'm gonna start that business, but I'm so terrified of what's gonna happen. Do it afraid. I'm gonna get married even though I'm scared out of my... Do it afraid. I'm gonna get a divorce and I know that this is what I'm called to do right now in this season. Do it afraid. I know. Do it afraid. Do it afraid. If God told you, do it afraid. Now, for that person that's getting divorced, let me sidebar in there. Read my book, Marriage Survivor Guide, before you say you're going to get a divorce. I just had to say that. Read my Tonya Harden Marriage Survivor Guide before you get that divorce. But even if God told you to do that, do it afraid, man. Because I can't come against what God said. If God said it, that's it. Do it afraid. So my word to you today is do it afraid. Thank you for rocking out with me. Subscribe this page, like this page, share this page with a friend, and allow them to be a part of this. Hey, if you want to be a part of my masterclasses, Pastor Wife Connection Masterclass, Purpose to Pain Masterclass, Snatching Back My Power Masterclass, go get ready, sign up for the classes that are coming up very, very soon. The first one in July. I can't wait to see you then. Until then, remember, you are a product of grace. See yourself through God's eyes and not people. Stay blessed in all that you do.